Friday night at the Marquee, and East End rock band Iron Maiden are playing the second of 3 nights at the club. These gigs, at the end of a gruelling concert hall tour covering 40 venues, are by way of a thank you to their delirious fans. Outside in Wardour Street, though, the fans are less than delirious. They have queued for over an hour, only to find that the club is already packed.
I mean, sell out, what is it? 7 to 8 and you can't get in the Marquee.
It's like a new trend, really, like punk was, the new wave of mod is, and like a lot of new bands are coming through, and a lot of them brought out really good singles.
You can go to a punk gig and they're all got smart gear and they're, you know, in their punk gear, or disco freaks with their silly little shoes on, you know, and people see us and they know straight away that you're heavy rockers, right?
If I'd have £1 for every time I'd seen Iron Maiden, I'd be a rich man by now.
I'm a Lloyd's underwriter, actually.
It's what?
Lloyd's underwriter, right?
Do people you work with?
No, they don't like it at all. We insure all this equipment in there.
You do?
Yeah, we insure all that stuff in there.
Is that why you're here, or are you here because you love heavy metal?
I like me because I like heavy metal.
I think it's ecstasy at 200,000 watts. It's very simple, but it's enormously enjoyable.
This kind of atmosphere is typical of heavy metal gigs. Iron Maiden have a devoted and crazy following. Even bass guitarist Steve Harris admits to being astounded by the reaction of the fans.
They do seem to look up the bands. But then I think a lot to do with it is because I think really they like to be up there as well, you know. I think they like to imagine themselves being up on the stage playing. I think that's probably what it is. I mean, I must admit, you know, when I used to go and see bands before, I always thought, God, you know, I'd love to be up there playing and, you know, that. Now it's a bit weird looking at it from the other side of the fence, if you know what I mean. Like, you're up there playing and crowds all going balmy about you. Like, it's really weird.
So what is actually happening? Is heavy metal really something new, or is it just another name for the hard rock music popular in the early 70s? A lot of heavy metal fans don't like the term revival. They point out that heavy bands like Van Halen and Judas Priest were packing the Hammersmith Odeon throughout the punk rock period. DJ Neil Kay has been playing hard rock for years and doesn't like the label heavy metal.
I despise the term heavy metal. I think a little bit of an explanatory note here, maybe. The actual term heavy metal is an American term, and it's now been obsolete for about 10 years. It was around shortly after the Woodstock Festival, and it is in actual fact a phrase that is nowadays covered in the States by a term high-energy rock. The Americans call it high-energy rock. We used to call it either underground rock, progressive rock, hard rock, or even better for my part, just rock. Okay? It's not a new resurgence. Let's establish this fact once and for all, shall we, if we possibly can, as wide across the country as is feasible. Hard rock music never went away.
But if it never actually went away, hard rock certainly became more remote from the audience. Musicians like Eric Clapton and John Lord of Deep Purple may have been technically brilliant, but as their reputations and the venues they played became bigger and bigger, a lot of the excitement went out of rock. Punk succeeded because it put the energy back into music. The new wave of heavy metal, partly a reaction to punk, marks a return to traditional musical values.
For me, I've always looked upon the stage as a much hallowed place, a place of worship for real artists, as I said just before. That doesn't just stem from rock and roll days. To me, Judy Garland was a real artist, Al Jolson was a real artist. People like that gave their all and everything for the stage, and most of them finished up dying for it as well. And in my view, nobody should be allowed to stand on a stage unless they can actually present the total professional thing, unless they really can sing and really can play. Punk was a total anti-attitude towards music.
But punk itself has left a big mark on the new generation of heavy rock bands who play with an energy which is closer to the Sex Pistols than it is to Led Zeppelin.
You just got to scare.